Hare Krishna. Om Gyana Timirandhya Gnan Gna Shalakaya Chakshurum Litamina Tasmai Shiguen Maha Shri Chaitanya Manobistam Stapitimen Butale Swarpakadamahyam Dadati Sapadikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vishnivam Shri Rupam Sagarshtan Sahagna Raghunathan Vitam Tasajivam Сдвата Савдутам Парижана Сахитам Кришна Чистая Дивам Шрада Кришна Падан Сахагна Лолита Шивишакан Витавча He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishapanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Just a moment. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Gauram Paskatya Deshaparine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatya Deshatarine Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paskatyade Shatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Radhe Radha Madhava Jai Radha Gopinatha Jai Radha Gokulananda Jai Radhe Jai Shri Radhe Shyama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janava Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Yashoda Madhava Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jaya Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now I will again read from Bhagavad-Gita, actually from a book. I mean, yes, from a text which is not the whole Bhagavad Gita, but there are selected verses from Bhagavad Gita which represent the proper mood of Bhagavad Gita, and these are verses selected from Maharaj. So I am now at chapter 11, and I continue with with chapter 11. So here are verses 11, 36, and 41. Okay. 11:36, chapter 11, verse 36. Stane Hrishikesha tava prakriti jagata prarshiyati anurajata cha rakshansi bhitandidesha dravanti sarve namasyanti cha siddha siddha. Translation. Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you, says Arjuna to Krishna, to Lord Krishna. Although the perfect beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid, and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. 11:41 and 11:54. Sakyati matva prasabam yatuktam hai Krishna Yadav hai Sakyati ajanata mahimanam savedam maya pramadat pranayat novapi bhakti shakya eva vido arjuna gyatum drashtum cha tatvena pravestum cha para Translation of chapter 11, verse 41. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive me whatever I may have done in madness or in love, says Arjuna to Lord Krishna. And translation of verse 54, chapter 11. My dear Arjuna, here Krishna is speaking already. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. So, thus, the verses from verse 11, from chapter 11, end, and the next will be chapter 12, and I will continue with it the next time. So we see how here Krishna is explaining to Arjuna in verse 1154 of Srimad Bhagavad-Gita that only with the undivided devotional service can Krishna be understood as Krishna really is, as he really is. So, also in verses 3 and 4 of Shri Shikshastaka, there the Lord is saying about devotional service. Actually, also in the other verses, of course, but just let us look at these two verses, 3 and 4 of Shri Shikshastaka. You all know this. You all know these verses. Verse 3. Tanat api sunichana, taror api sahisnuna, amanina manadina, ketanya sadahari. And verse 4. Nadan majan nasundarim kavitam vajagdish kamaye mamayan manyan manishvare bhavatat bhaktir haituki tvai. Nadan najam nasundarim kavitam vajagdish kamaye mamayan manyan manishvare bhavatat bhaktir haituki tvai. So what it is said there, you all know. It is said in verse 3, it is said, Trata pisnichna, tor pishisnuna, amanina manadina ketanya sadahari. Sadahari. So one should be more humble than the grass, than the straw in the street. Trata pisnichna, tor pishisnuna. One should be more tolerant than a tree. Amanina manadina. One should be ready to offer all respect and worship to others, but one should not expect respect from others. And actually, it is said in the translation of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, one should be ready to offer all respect to the other persons according to their respective position. And in the translation of Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj, it is said, one should be ready to offer all respect to all other living entities, to all the living entities, because Krishna lives in the heart of everyone. Kirtanya Stahri. And in this humble mood, one should chant continuously the names of the Lord. So, and in verse 4, the Dam Jan Suntarim, Kavitavajagdishkamaye, Mama Manyan Marishvare Bhavatat Bhaktir Haituki Tvai. Oh, my lord, I don't need spiritual knowledge expressed in poetical language. I don't need material opulence. I don't need followers. I don't need family members. My only prayer is, O Lord, that I will be able to serve you life after life with the unadulterated devotional service, with the devotional service favorable to you. So we see, after saying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who have spoken these verses of Shri Shikshastakam in the 16th century, he's saying, uh, after describing how a pure devotee is very humble, he's describing also how the pure devotee just only wants to serve the Lord life after life. A pure devotee does not want anything else, actually. So, we see how a pure devotee thinks. We see the mood of a pure devotee from Shri Shikshastakam. And what we heard some minutes ago in Bhagavad-Gita 11:54, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, says Krishna. So we see how in Shri Shikshastakam this undivided devotional service is described. Of course, we cannot start immediately to imitate the pure devotees, but we can hear from them, actually. We can hear from those who are pure devotees. For example, we can read the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura on Shri Shikshastakam, because they are pure devotees, and in this way, as Shri Shikshastakam in every verse describes the mood of a pure devotee who cries in separation from Krishna, so they know what is said in these verses because they are pure devotees themselves. So in Shri Shikshastakam, as we all know, there is described the mood of a pure devotee who cries in separation from Krishna. In every verse of Shri Shikshastakam, this is described. And as we know from the Shri Upadeshamrita of Srila Rupa Goswami, verse 10, the topmost pure devotee is Srimati Radhika. After that are the gopis, and also after that are many other. After them are many other pure devotees. And one of these pure devotees is, for example, His Divine Grace Bhaichana Vrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, also Srila his Diksha Guru Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada, the father of Srila his Diksha Guru Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura, a pure devotee is also Narayana Maharaj, who is a disciple of Srila Bhakti Pragyana Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who is the sannyas guru of our Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace Bhaichana Ravrinda Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So they are in this way god brothers, sannyas god brothers. So Narayana Maharaj is also pure devotee. So there are many pure devotees. They can explain to us the meaning of this undivided devotional service, which is said about in Bhagavad-Gita, which we heard some minutes ago. And for example, I will continue to read the commentaries of the Diksha Guru of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada, the Diksha Guru of Srila Prabhupada. I will continue to read his commentaries on Shri Shikshastakam, on the second verse of Shri Shikshastakam. Okay. So in the next paragraph, he is explaining the meaning of the words from the second verse of Shri Shikshastakam, Niyamata Smarane Nakala. Just a moment, I just want to see something. No, these are not words from Shri Shikshastakam, what he's explaining there. Just a moment, I will see what's this. Yes, of course, from the second verse. Yes. So it was right what I said. Of course, these are words from the second verse of Shri Shikshastakam. Yes. Yes. Нямате смърнена кала. Нямита смърнена кала. These words are explained now in the next paragraph from His Divine Grace, the Diksha Guru of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakura Prabhupada. So, as far as the fulfillment of desires for insignificant material sense enjoyment is concerned, there are rigid considerations regarding time, place, person, eligibility, and so on. But out of his mercy, Bhagavan has exonerated those who chant the holy name from the iron shackles of such inflexible structures. At all times, at all times, and in any condition, one can chant the holy name of Bhagavan. In this connection, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said in the following Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, Madhava Kanta 28, 28, 23, 78. Here it is citated.
Kishayane kivajane kivajagarane aharnisha chinta Krishna balavadane.
Whether sleeping, eating, or waking up day and night, chant and remember the holy name of Sri Krishna.
Sarvakshana Palai te vidina hiyara.
Just chant the holy name of the Lord at every moment. Other than this, there is no strict rule or regulation. It is further stated in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila 2018.
Kaite suite yata namaya kaladesha nyamana
Sarvasi Haya. The holy name may be chanted at any time, even while eating or sleeping. In this matter, there are no considerations of time and place. By chanting the holy name, one will attain all perfection. So, the next paragraph continues with the Sri Bhajana Rahasya verses about the second verse, about the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, of the Lord Krishna. So we see how important is the chanting of the holy name. Again and again it is said in many different scriptures. And so let us come and chant together tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. at the temple. We have a bhajan there and you can come and join. You can also sing yourself and lead the bhajan if you would like. Everybody is invited. Yes, of course, those who can, for who is this possible to come. Yes. Yes. So, now let's come to an end. Just a moment. I wanted to open something on
Namaste Narashim. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipurvaksha. Shilatankanakalaya. Iton rishim ho paraton rishim ho yato yamitaton rishim ho buhir rishim haridayen rishim ho rishim amadim sharanyam prapadye
Tavakara Kamalavara
Nakama Putashrinka
Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Naragari Rupa
Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Jai Jagadish Hare.
Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare.
Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bhringa. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bhringa. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bhringa. Shri Nrsimha Jai Nrsimha Jaya Jai Nrsimha Dev Prahladesh Jaya Bhakta Mukha Padma Bhringa.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Subhadra Jaya Jagannath Jaya Jagannath Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Gauranitai,
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranitai,
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranitai,
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranitai,
Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai Jaya Shri Shri Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai
Jaya Radha Madhava,
Radha Gopinath Radhe Shyama Shri Radhe
Jaya Radhe Shyama,
Radha Madhava Radha Gopinath Radha Gokulananda Jai Guru Dev Jai Guru Dev Jai Guru Dev Jai Guru Dev Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your attention. As you all know, I'm not qualified on such topics like Vedic literature, and when I try to say something on Vedic literature, this is not a trial to instruct somebody. I'm not trying to instruct anybody. I'm just only trying to understand it. Of course, one have to try to understand the Vedic literature under the guidance of Diksha Guru and Shiksha Gurus, under the guidance of teachers. All of you who are Vaishnavas, all of you who are devotees of Lord Krishna, you are all my gurus, you are all my teachers. I pay obeisances to you. Dandavat pranam. Vanchakalpatarupascha kripasnupevcha. Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you so much for your attention. All the best for the new year 2023.